Good morning. Welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph and I'm here with Dion today. And today we're going to listen to Steve from Crypto Crew University, and he's talking about inflation, what is happening with the market in this very negative economic environment. A lot of people are looking at the economy and say, well, things look pretty grim. And usually Bitcoin follows the market, so there's a good chance that Bitcoin can maybe go even to the $13,000 or even the $6,000 level. But let's hear what Steve has to say about this.
What is undeniable is that the high majority of people, especially when Bitcoin went down to 17,500, the high majority of people all started chanting the same thing. If you go back in history and you look at any times we were in the golden zone for Bitcoin, and there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4 times that Bitcoin has been in the golden zone. All 4 of these, the high majority of people were chanting that we were going to go much lower for other economic reasons. There could have been all sorts of reasons here and here and here, but what's consistent is that each time we reach these high fear, high blood in the streets situations, you want to look at what the majority of people are doing and you want to look at the facts. Those are the 2 things you want to look at. The facts in the charts and what's the majority saying. If the majority are saying that we're going to crash a lot lower, but the facts are saying, hey, we've bottomed, then we're in the money. That's going to be the best time of your life to ever buy. What is undeniable is we're in the golden zone. This chart right here for Bitcoin, the golden zone is when prices on the monthly chart are below this green line. Doesn't happen very often. It's short-lived. Like in 2018, we only had a couple candles below here. Now, how to find the bottom of the market? The bottom is when we're in these golden zones and we touch this yellow line. That marks the absolute bottom. It did so in 2015. Fast forward to 2018. In the golden zone, touch this yellow line, bottom. 2022, in the golden zone, touch the bottom. Here we are, 17,500. We're going to look at this chart. This chart is the Gaussian channel. The Gaussian channel has helped us predict Bitcoin to the T for a couple of years, right? We called for the mega crash to start at 48,000, and here we are. But what the Gaussian channel has up its sleeve is a little trick. On this 8-day chart, what you want to see is when we go from green to red. When we go from green to red, it marks the absolute bottom as soon as we turn red on this 8-day chart. 2018, green for a long time, turned to red. We turned to red right at the market bottom. 2022, green for a long time, just turned to red right at potentially the market bottom. So far, we're 2 for 2 with the charts that are saying the bottom is in for Bitcoin. With this chart, we've got the 100 MA and 20 MA crossing on the weekly. We've only had a few crosses in history, 2 others to be exact. One of them happened in 2015. When you see this yellow line cross the red line, it happened at precisely the market bottom. It didn't cross again until 2018, which happened to be precisely the market bottom again. 2 for 2 at precisely the market bottom. Fast forward to 2022, we covered right here on our channel, the yellow line crossed the red at precisely, potentially, the market bottom. We don't know if this is the market bottom yet, but this chart is screaming it's the bottom. Look at the next one. The next one is our personal trading strategy, okay? We looked at all of the data, and this is the best strategy on planet Earth to buy Bitcoin. We made this strategy over a year ago. This strategy is over a year ago, and then it played out. We'll get to that in a moment. But essentially, the strategy is below, below, below. We need price action below this line. We need RSI below this line and stochastic RSI below this line at precisely the same candle. It did that right here in 2011 and marked exactly the market bottom, the best time to buy Bitcoin in 2011, below, below, below. We didn't have below, below, below at precisely the same candle for many years. The next one was in 2015. You can see here was a false signal. We had below, below, but not below. We had below, below, not below. Here we had below, 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 precisely the same candle, marked precisely the market bottom in 2015. It actually did it in 2018. And even when Bitcoin tried to throw a curveball at everybody with this COVID crash, this strategy dominated below, below, below. What is it saying in 2022? Well, we had below, below, below at 17,500. This is the best strategy on earth. How about this one? This one is Steve's FIDMA. If you're a student of mine, you have this one. What this is saying is that when we touch this purple line, the bottom is precisely in, okay? And sometimes we can touch it 2 times in the midst of the bear market. We made another video about this. You should probably watch it, because if we had this double bottom, when would it happen? What would the price be? Watch our other video on this one. It's pretty phenomenal. But what you want to see is support on this purple line. We're seeing all these factors come in, and we're also seeing some confirmation on the other end. This death cross on the 4-day, it played out in 2015 and in 2018. And when this death cross happened on the 4-day, when this green line crosses the red, it happened after the market bottom. The market bottom here, and then we got confirmation of that bottom with this cross in 2015. What happened in 2018? The market bottomed here, and the death cross happened after to give us confirmation. How about in 2022? We believe the bottom is here, and then this happened after to give us confirmation. So we've got a lot of charts that are screaming the same thing. We know that when the markets start to get all screaming the same thing, that usually the opposite is about to happen.
So Dion, we watched this video of Steve now, and he believes the bottom of Bitcoin is in right now, and this is actually a time to buy. But when I talk to my friends, all of them are scared. They don't want to take a chance. They're afraid that they'll lose their money. Some of them think they're going to buy Bitcoin at 21,000, and the next thing you know, Bitcoin is going to be sitting here at 13 or 10 or 8,000. They're going to lose a lot of money. So Dion, how does fear play into your decision making of buying Bitcoin?
Hi, Joseph. So to get an understanding of it, just look at the fear and greed index. So this is back historically. Let me just go a bit down. So you can see how the red and orange is when there's like extreme fear in the market, and the green is like when no one is scared at all and everyone just wants to buy, and they just get whatever they can, sell the house, sell the farm, and just buy Bitcoin. That's when it's all green. So normally that's what the big market makers use, is they scare the normal average Joe, and they're too scared to buy, then dropping the price down, and that's when all the big institutions buy, when we all scared and we all selling. And that's exactly, we should actually just do the exact opposite of that. We should be buying in the fear period like the big banks and institutions do. And yeah, you can basically just see a good example of that down here in January 2019. There was like extreme fear, and everyone was selling, and then the price went up. And when there was no fear right at the top, yeah, that's when everyone started buying, and then they dumped the price back down. That's when the price dropped. And then again, yeah, 2020 March was also, that was around about the Corona drop. Also absolute extreme fear in the markets. Everyone was selling, no one wanting to buy, and just look what happened after that. And then again in the green season, so everyone up here started to buy, and it was the wrong time to buy. They're all buying at the top, and then the price dumped down, and again, as we know now, as of last November, everyone was buying and the price dumped back down. So at the moment, it's again very fearful of the market. I can also just show you how this is put together. So it's not just a thumb suck. There's a lot of research that goes into this chart. So the data sources, yeah, it's, current volatility of Bitcoin price action, momentum and volume, social media sentiment, so over all the Twitters and Facebooks and whatever people are talking, the Bitcoin dominance chart, and Google Trends searches relevant to Bitcoin. So there's a lot of research that goes into this. So it's fairly accurate, and at the moment people are very fearful. There's also talks in the media now of the big recession and things like that. So the whole market is very, very fearful. Another thing which is very interesting to look at is this rainbow price chart. I don't know if you've ever seen that, Joseph. So this is a logarithmic view of Bitcoin. We can just zoom into that little section here, and it also shows you the fear and greed index. So this is just opposite. When it's red is the absolute high of the market, and then these are the zones as it drops down to the bottom. And you can see like this would be a normal fearful time and a fearful time, but those are the actual times to buy. and right at the moment we're again like in the lowest low zone. So we've got all this upside. You can see the 100,000 is winking there. So we normally hit the orange zones here, and if we're lucky, the red. So this gives you a good indication as well. You can clearly see when people buy or should be buying when they're fearful they're actually selling. So this shows you really, and this is determined on the actual Bitcoin price. It's not like candle wicks, and this is like what the real price did. And it's a very good indication of what exactly is happening now. So I agree with Steve, now is the time to buy. I probably wouldn't, I would suggest we do it like you try, Joseph. You have a fantastic plan with all your safety orders, so you can tell us more about that. Not put everything in right now. So if you are selling the farm, not put all the money in right now, but just gradually buy in. But now is definitely a great time to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. So a good strategy would be to watch your 4-hour RSI indicator and then make a goal to say, I want to buy in at least once every 2 weeks or once a month, and then split your money maybe over 6 months. And then every time when that 4-hour on the RSI just dips below the 30 level, just buy maybe 1/6 of your capital that you want to put in, and then keep on buying like that. So you buy in all the dips, and even if it would go a little bit down, doesn't matter, because what will happen, you'll improve your dollar cost price. And then as the market starts going up, and set a target for yourself, maybe you want to 2x your money, then when you see your dollar cost average is at 2x, then you can cash out. Now obviously I trade a lot more faster, so that's why I go for 10%, and I do little short trades, and I look at a lot of coins. And so there's a little bit more of a sophisticated strategy, but right now is the best time to get into crypto and start growing your account. Many people say, you don't want to get late into a market, but and that's why a lot of people came into the market at the end of last year. But that was absolutely the wrong time actually to start your crypto career. And right now, when nobody wants to do it, this is actually the best time to start. Awesome. Thank you, Dion. I think this was an excellent session today. Guys, we're going to be back tomorrow again with the Bitcoin price and another signal. And we're also going to get some training and education. It's good always to learn. That's I think 50% of your success in crypto is always learning new things, new ways to do it. And the best and the quickest way is to look at what other guys that's already successful, what are they doing, and to implement those same strategies. Thank you, Dion. Thank you for your insight in that rainbow, and also the fear and greed chart. It was very, very good. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. I'll add the URLs to those two charts for you in the show notes here. Then you can just go and check it out anytime you want. Great. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Cheers.